What's up, everybody? It's Carolina Calvin, and I actually want to talk about wrestling this time. Now, I was looking up videos on YouTube. I don't know, for some reason I wanted to look at some old school wrestling stuff. And I came across a wrestler that everybody loves. He doesn't, from outside of the really hardcore people. He doesn't really get a lot of the credit that he definitely should get. Um, he's actually a very enjoyable character to watch. The guy's paid his dues. He's won titles. He has many accolades. Um, and unfortunately, in 2011, he had to retire because of a neck injury. And that, if you don't already know what I'm talking about, or if you don't already see it from the title, I'm talking about Edge. He went by other names before, in the early 90s, he had to pay his dues like many other wrestlers. He had to pay his dues. He had to come up from the indie scene. He came up with very little money. Um, Bret Hart helped him get into the WWF, which it was called during that time. One of his early partners was his friend Christian, who we all know the Edge and Christian tag team throughout the late 90s, early 2000s. We know about that tag team. Very enjoyable to watch. Um, but what really made me want to do this video, I was looking up some YouTube videos and I looked up like one of the earlier TLC matches for WWE. Well, during times called WWF, WWE. I looked up one of the early TLC matches and he was in it. I believe it was him, Christian, versus Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, and the Dudley Boys. Awesome fucking match. Matter of fact, it was WrestleMania. I can't remember exactly which WrestleMania it was. I was actually just going through the videos of some, it was actually like a list of, some great matches, and that was one of the matches up there. Um, I remember watching that live. Um, it was a great match. I enjoyed the hell out of that match. Now, I enjoy rewatching it on YouTube because it's actually been a while since I've seen that match. Um, but it's definitely those guys in there. You count the Dudley Boy, you count Edge and Christian, you count Matt and Jeff. Those guys made that honestly one of the most enjoyable matches I've seen at almost any WrestleMania. And the top of the fact off is that WrestleMania also had The Rock and Stone Cold at the end of WrestleMania. So, wow. I mean, it was some great stuff. Um, but, you know, Edge is a guy who constantly gets overlooked. Um, he, he has some really great fans though. I can give him that. He has some really great fans who obviously hated to see him retire. You can go look at his retirement when he actually came out and said he was retiring because of the neck injuries. Um, he you know you can look at some of the injuries he had. And they were pretty brutal. He still finished off matches even through all that pain. You could only imagine the amount of pain he was going through, around the neck area. But he still finished off those matches. He was a great in-ring worker, and I like the whole, the Edge, the character. I like the whole character. You know, it was to me it fit him. Just about any other character he's ever done, the Edge character fit him, and he also has one of the most badass theme songs. As a matter of fact, I have that the link to his. I didn't want to put the song in the video, copyright and all that bullshit. I have a link to his video. I mean, to that song, to his theme song. And that's an earlier version of his theme song, but it's essentially the same song. Some things changed, but please go back and pause this video, go back and look at that link, then come back to this video and tell me what you thought about the theme song. Obviously, the Edge fans know the theme song; they love the theme song. But just listening to it, I haven't heard it in a long time. Obviously since 2011. I mean, it is it's a fucking badass song, and a badass song for a badass character. He definitely goes into. I'll eventually be making a list of, I don't know, say 10, top 5 maybe, of wrestlers that I think were underrated, who were great wrestlers, underrated, and sometimes overlooked, by the hardcore fans who talk about this guy, the more well-known guys. But Edge definitely belongs there. He, to me, is a Hall of Famer, and I think a lot of people agree with me on that. He is definitely a Hall of Famer. He put his body on the line literally for the entertainment of wrestling fans, and really that's all you can ask for, man. I mean, you look past the guys like Vince McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, all these big wigs who make all the money, and all that garbage. And you get down to the wrestlers, man, the talented wrestlers who bust their ass, every Monday, or whenever the shows came on, every Sunday during, every time they had the pay-per-views, guys who bust their ass, put their bodies on the line for our entertainment. Entertaining characters, guys that were good on the mic, who made wrestling entertainment what it is. And it's entertainment. You got the in-ring stuff, but the guys who could do the in-ring stuff and could portray whatever character they were doing well, who good on the mic, as I said before. Those are the guys who should be remembered forever. But this video's going on a little bit too long. I just want to talk about Edge and the fact that he's overlooked. I mean, more people talk about him now, but I think he's kind of overlooked. I might be wrong, but that's just kind of how I feel. But for me, the guy is a fucking legend, and he should be talked about a little bit more. Fortunately, he had to retire. I think he'd still be going strong right now if he didn't have to retire. But I think he should stay retired. I mean, the neck injury is just too much. But let me know what you think. If you have another wrestler who you think is criminally underrated, or let me know what you think about Edge. Please let me know what you think about that theme song. Fucking badass. But hit that thumbs up button if you like the video, and please subscribe. I will be coming back with some more. I actually want to do some more wrestling stuff. Probably won't be till a little bit later today, but I will be doing some more wrestling stuff. Thanks for watching.